Anders Carlson to kick off.
Mike Tirico, my partner's Greg Olson, looking forward to this one. Anders Carlson will get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 46-yard line.
Quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. Noah Fant was the intended target. And it's going to be third down.
All right, here we go. These are 24. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He gets that to his big target back. $14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Jacksonville.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And that'll be a pickup. Of 3.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll run, and from Ashland, Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Red on red.
To throw is Lawrence. Set up the screen here for Tootin. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Alabama.
Intercepted by Washington. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Ready up. Check, Matt. Ready.
Now it's the Arizona product that is Jabari Krosky-Merritt. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down. Literally and awkwardly. Right at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. A gain there of 20. Good for a Commander's first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Right back to Krosky-Merritt. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. And sets up 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolf. Rig.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
That's hot. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Commander's first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Come on. Set. Hawk, set.
The toss right side, and here's Krosky-Merritt. We'll get this right to the 20-yard line. It is Jordan Lewis who brought him down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 0-0 is the score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this.
Okay, break.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 6.
Go. Steady.
throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's in. Harry McLaurin, touchdown Commander. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the ready.
11.
This drive begins with a run by Chooton. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Johnny Newton there on the stop.
Brings up second and 8.
Easy. Go, let's go. Silver.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
Lawrence going to give it to Chooton. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
First and 10.
30 left. We're at 23. It's on. 11. Hot.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
18 at the Commanders' 41-yard line.
On the ground, here's Chooton. There he goes, inside the 30. And he'll take this one in. Facial Chooton. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay,
From the 35, it's first and 10.
60 Maverick. Here we go. County Rangers. Cougar 19.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 41, here's second and 4.
60 Vikings. 60 check. Bobcat. Check. Bobcat.
Krosky Merritt to run again. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Ready?
We'll run it here with Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ready, ready.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Let go.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. On first down, Daniels. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's swung out to Krosky Merritt. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4.
Check, hurt. Let's go now.
They run over center with Robinson. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down.
Come on. 79 growth. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted.
Hey.
On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. As he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run here with Tootin. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. One on target to Moore. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Commanders' 11-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 35 yards.
The 11-yard line.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Ready.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10. They go from the 11. Right back to Tootin. And he's in shooting. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Jaguars will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Cut 19. Let's go.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And the Commanders first down.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a completion, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender bearing down on him and leads to an incompletion.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. He'll let this go deep for the end zone.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
Great job. Let's go. Hey, hey, Ginger. Go, let's go.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
11. Hey, run.
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports.
Here we go. Start.
A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
44-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. On the give, it's Robinson. He will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Come on, come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Hot 70. Hot 70.
On second down, here's Krosky Merritt. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Washington.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Daniels to throw on second down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
That's caught at Savion Williams. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
That's third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Darian Jones. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So they make the decision on fourth down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick six.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on fourth down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Cougar 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Off the bootleg. Here's Daniels. He keeps it himself. And nice work there. Going to the slide and gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He'll get this out wide. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit, and pass he threw when the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions. Hey, check that. Street. Let go.
Toss out wide. That's Krosky Merritt. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Look at my team.
He'll try to pick it up with Krosky Merritt. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's taken in. And he will have the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter, they convert on 4th down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Commanders.
Let's go.
Give, and here comes Robinson. Not much to speak on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 23, here's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Set. 19 Tiger. Warriors 70. Cut 19. Go.
Now Daniels moving to his right. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Foye Lewis in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Luke McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now pass deep for McLaurin. That is hot. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Anders Carlson to kick off.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Okay, ready? On red. This one's hot. Easy. 11, add it.
first down. Lawrence. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
They get 21 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
Hey, two-footer. Hey.
Run out of the gun, and it's 2. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
There's Bennett open right side. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Go.
Second down, Lawrence. This one complete to his tight end Fant. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is second TD catch of the season. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in.
That's going to be fun. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready? Dixie Maverick. Let's go. Ready?
Daniels now on first down. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. Second and 8 at the 37.
On second down, it's Daniel. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
19 tight. 19. 60 Abrams. 60.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he puts his head down and he picks up for first down.
Trap 60.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Williams in motion.
Cut 19. Cut 19. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
That's another Washington Commanders first down.
60
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Go.
To the air again is Daniels. That's to Krosky Merritt, who's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll come up for second and 9.
Go. 18. Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender, finding his man. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late.